Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for World Trigger Chapter 164. Okay, and this chapter starts off with Ama essentially deciding that he isn't going to throw the match and he's going to go all out, mainly because he just doesn't like the fact that Yuma is so confident in the fact that he'll beat them. So he does decide that he's going to fight after all. And then the next big chunk of this chapter is Toma saying and explaining how he thinks that Chica can actually shoot people. She just doesn't want to. But if she found herself in a situation where she has no choice but to shoot, she would do it. Okay. Uh, and he points out the fact that that most people who don't have a battle mentality and a fighting mentality, they end up becoming engineers or they end up becoming operators. But she isn't like that at all. She does have a battle mindset. She's willing to shoot people when it comes to lead bullets. She's willing to get shot herself. She stayed behind to help Osamu during the last match. So she isn't someone who would fit as an operator or as an engineer. She actually does fit as a member of a squad and actually battling people. So he believes that she does actually have the capability of shooting. She just prefers not to. All right. And he tells Yuma, who then tells Osamu, that they should try and corner her so that she does end up preparing herself and actually shooting somebody at some point, because when they're on the away mission, she might find herself in a situation where her being able to shoot somebody and her not being able to shoot somebody could be the difference between her living and her dying. Right? It could save her life one day to actually be able to shoot somebody. So before that point happens, they should corner her in a way so that she does get that first shot out of the way, and therefore it'll become more comfortable for her. All right, so. And she'll probably be more easily capable of doing it in the future. Okay. Osamu hears this from Yuma, and he doesn't exactly agree. He prefers to not put Chica into a corner because that's kind of, he doesn't really think that's necessary. But he does question whether or not he should change things up as far as he himself goes and add another trigger, because he knows that all the squads are looking at logs. And that Suzunari has gotten better since their last match against them. That Kage is just as good as they were before, Kageura's squad. And Asuma's always trouble, so he knows that they're going to be more prepared. They probably have a counter for the wire strategy, so he thinks that he should probably change things up in some way for himself. But then Shiori Usami, she tells him, nah, it's probably not a good idea, because you don't have enough Tryon to be like, because when Hughes was getting his triggers set, we saw like the 8 different slots that could be filled, right? And Osamu, he has 2 empty spaces in his because he just doesn't have the Trion for anything else, right? So if he was going to add something in, he would have to switch out something else. He would have to take out Ray Gust or Asteroid or Bagworm or something, all right? And that's just not recommended, since he's been battling this entire time with those weapons. It would take too much time for him to get used to the new weapons. It's just best to do what you're comfortable with. The only way he could actually add another weapon is to have Yuma get the trigger for him and then use it for him. Like it's just like just stick with what you know. All right. And also, Yuma said he wouldn't want to do it because it would make transitioning between the triggers more difficult, and it would mess up his flow as far as like the flow of the battle and how he can effortlessly just fight and stuff. Like, he would mess everything up. So that's just not going to happen. And he's reassured that everything will be fine. It's not just the 3 of them anymore. There's Hughes, and Hughes was telling him before how they don't have to worry anymore because now that he's on the team, no one's going to be able to beat them. And he's just remembering all this stuff. But he has this feeling of unease, and he doesn't really know why. So, which makes me think that this isn't going to be as simple as I thought it was prior. Obviously, Kageura's squad is going to be trouble. If Suzunari has really gotten that much better, they're going to be trouble, especially Suzunari himself. Not Suzunari, Murakami. That And Osamu, of course, he's Ozma, right? So the rest of the squad, I'm not really worried about. It's Ozma specifically, right? So this is not going to be easy by any means, okay? Um, but the fact that they have Houston on their team and no one knows, no one's prepared for it. It's going to be a complete surprise to literally every single person in that match and every single person watching the match. The people doing commentary, everyone except for the higher ups in Border who know that he's going to be joining their team, who actually listen to Osamu's pitch. Okay, so there's no way they could be prepared. All the preparation they're doing right now, it's almost completely meaningless. All right, I mean not completely, but kind of. So I'm trying to think of what this unease could be. I think they'll win in the end. They have to. They have to win. But I don't know. Maybe it involves Chica. Maybe Chica will be taken out or something, and they'll have to change their entire strategy because the wires won't work. I mean, he could still use them if he wants to, but the wire strategy is kind of dependent on Chica being there. It's all three of them are important for that. So, I don't know. See now, this unease. See, Osamu's unease is giving me unease now. It's making me uneasy. Um, but I think they'll still win in the end. It'll be more difficult than they think. Than I thought. I should say. But I think they'll still win in the end. And the end of the chapter, we skip to the day of the match. So the next chapter is going to be probably the preparation chapter where we're getting all their strategies and everything. Though I should mention that I am actually going to be away next week. So I won't have my laptop with me or anything. So I won't be able to do any review until the week after. So the 21st, 22nd, around there. That's probably when I'll have the review up. I'm not even. Oh, I'll probably be able to read the chapter. I just won't be able to actually do the review. But yeah, just to let you guys know, next week the review will be postponed for the week afterwards. And also, Season 3 of Young Justice is confirmed. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a great announcement that is. That made my week. That made my month. That made my year. Okay, Young Justice, it's so good. Okay, and the thing is, I was just reading the Brightest Day event from DC Comics, so I was like getting the introduction of Calderon into like actual comics continuity. And now we've got actual Calderon back in the form of Young Justice, so that is great. Um, I should probably mention, since I'm kind of like going off on a tangent here, I should probably at least like officially end the review. So I'll give this chapter. I'll give this chapter an 8 out of 10. Honestly, this chapter is very. This was an 8 out of 10 with Toma, then Osamu, his unease, and just. I'll give this chapter an 8 out of 10. I thought it was very, very good. So yeah, this chapter gets an 8 out of 10, and that is that, you guys. No review next week. Young Justice is amazing. Both seasons are on Netflix, so binge watch them so you can be ready for season 3. And that is that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA, and I will see you guys next time.